Hello, welcome back to Leeds Lately. Welcome to the live watch-along of Carabao Cup action. Leeds United taking on Salford City at Salford City Stadium, which name escapes me for now, but we have seen that the lineup is out and Willie Gnonto plays again. Welcome everybody who has been waiting. Just a quick one, we'll probably go back over this in a minute, but the lineup: Darlow in net, Hjelde, Shackleton, Cresswell, Strauch, Ampadu, Gray, Somerville, Rutter, Gnonto and Joffy. Perot actually isn't even in the squad, but Sinistera, Greenwood, Rodon, Drama, Bate, JB, Ayling, Klaassen and Melier are on the bench in this one. Welcome Penny Lane, welcome Render. Hey up Max Spence, what a signing that will be. Yes, I've just dropped a video at about an hour ago at 7 or 6:45 maybe, about the transfer news that's going on today, so make sure you check that out after the stream if you haven't already. But I'm going to be doing a more detailed video on Jed Spence at some point soon, but for the moment I've just done a little bit of a news update just to say that he's going to be signing for Leeds on loan. Apparently he's having his medical at the moment, actually, Jed Spence. Welcome Justin, welcome Karen, welcome Rob Bailey, Leeds Lately member for a while now, so shout out to Rob in Australia. This Spence sounds like a young Luke Ayling. A lot better than a young Luke Ayling, to be fair, because a young Luke Ayling was still at Arsenal and then on his way out to Yeovil and stuff, wasn't he? So yeah, Jed Spence is a bit far ahead of that at the moment, I think. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in a Leeds United shirt. Have you seen the Matt O'Reilly links? Yes, I have, but that's only come out this evening, has it? I'm pretty sure that's only come out this evening. But yes, that's an interesting one as well from Celtic. He's been quite good for them over the past couple of years, and probably would be a good shout for us to try and get him in. But it is quite late in the window, isn't it? I wonder where else that leaves Glenn Kamara, because that one's been bubbling over for a long time now, hasn't it? At the moment, I'm seeing tennis on Sky, Andy Murray versus someone. Let's go off it and go back on it again and just check if that's correct. No, I think I was on main event and this is on football, Sky Sports Football, so that's a bit better. Are we still interested in Kamara? Apparently. Apparently we're still interested in him. It's one of those where often under previous management we've kind of seen that transfers have, once you hear about them, we're definitely going to try and get them, whereas at the moment I think we're doing a little bit of we're protecting ourselves against stuff like what's happened with Amiri, basically, by having multiple options, and not just multiple options on a list like what Victor Orta has, because obviously every scouting department has a list of players for each position that they think would be good. It's not necessarily that they just have a list, it's more that they've actually reached out to those it's actually that they've reached out to those players, and the clubs, seen what they could possibly get for them, seen personal terms, how much wage they would want, and then it allows us then to say, okay, well, Amiri's fallen through. We already had Kamara lined up. Or just for example, obviously they're not playing in the exact same position, but you know what I mean. So I think it's quite a clever way of doing business. It's a refreshing way of doing business that. Yes, it seems like some of the transfers have been rumbling on for a long time, but it's more like they're basically ready to pounce if they really need to, based on other ones falling through and stuff like that, and wondering whether they could get better options. Rob Bailey saying, can't wait to see Levy bend us over if we choose to buy Spence when we get promoted. Yeah, because there'll be no option to buy with this, so we would have to renegotiate terms if we were to try and take him on a permanent. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, shout out to Jim Tower saying smash the likes please guys. Yeah, if you want to hit that like button, that would really help me out. But yes, so all very exciting at the moment. We've obviously still got a few days left of the transfer window, but not a massive amount of time now. And it'll be interesting to see who we actually manage to bring in. But tonight, we've got a game versus Salford City. Surprised really that they've got many supporters, but then I suppose they're all just scum fans, aren't they, that just say, oh yeah, I'll just support them as well. Oh look, I've just seen a lad I know in the crowd. Well, obviously you can't see that, so me saying oh look doesn't actually do anything. But yeah, seen a lad that sits in the cheese wedge on my row. But yeah, so interesting game tonight. We should be beating these. We've put a fairly strong side out, and still putting Ampadu and Gray out in that midfield shows that we don't have the depth to be able to swap those out for other players, really, doesn't it? Shows that we can't really afford to drop either of them, because we actually don't really have anybody to play that role if we are to drop one of them. So we definitely need reinforcements in that department, don't we? Hjelder's had a fresh trim. He's gone for a bit of a buzz cut with a fade. We need defenders. Yeah, we need... Well, Jed Spence coming at right back, and if we're able to sign a left back as well, I think we're all right then, because we've got... Obviously, Cooper's injured, but we'd have Rodon and Strauch, and then behind them, Cresswell and Cooper, and I think that's a decent... centrally we're okay. It's just the fullbacks that we need more defenders, certainly. Have we really signed Luke Thomas? No, I'm pretty sure that Luke Thomas is... Leicester were very unsure about whether they would loan the player to a rival promotion candidate. And also Manchester United have just had Luke Shaw get injured, so it looks like they might be going in for Luke Thomas as well. So I think it seems unlikely that we would get Luke Thomas. Render saying, how out of players linked would you want to most to come in? Not Spence, because that will be after. Yeah, I want Tanaka as well. Apparently, he had picked up an injury in training that put the transfer in doubt, but apparently he's now fine and back in training again, so it looks like that one will be completed, because I think Leeds were just waiting to see what happened with it, whether he was properly injured or not. So that one will come in, and that will really help us out in that department. And then I think we need a left back as well, and we're sort of almost set then, other than maybe a number 10, which... We need a good quality number 10. But like I said before, for any of new people who are in here now, Darlow in net, Shackleton at right back, Cresswell, Strauch and Hjelder as the other defenders, Gray and Ampadu in front, and then Nonto, Gelhardt and Somerville across the middle with Rutter up front on his own. I don't think that's necessarily a good idea, having Rutter up front on his own, because this might knock his confidence again after playing so well in the number 10 role. But yes, it will be interesting to see whether he does okay today. Nadim Mamiri, yes, Zachary, that is the news, but it's not necessarily as clear as that. The reports have made it look like Nadim Mamiri had a look around Leeds and had a look around the facilities and didn't want to join because of that, but it's actually more that he wanted to insert a clause in his contract where if we didn't get promoted in his first year, he would be able to leave. And the club have obviously been stung by something very similar over the last couple of weeks, with all of the players that Victor Orta put their contracts like that when we got relegated. So Leeds didn't want to accept that, but we are underway here at Salford City. The ball out with Shackleton and then back into Cresswell, who it is nice to see Cresswell getting some minutes as well. Now Pascal Strauch into Hjelder. I wonder why Hjelder didn't come on at the weekend, given the fact that he's able to play tonight. When we had an injury at left back, I don't know why Hjelder didn't get brought on over Drama. Doesn't really make sense. Rob Bailey saying how much of a disadvantage is the attraction of London and the South East to our pursuit of players. I don't know really. I think Leeds is a massive club, and it's like the third largest metropolitan area in England or in Britain, I think. So it's a big city, and it's a big club, and there is the attraction there. It's just, yeah, I think that one was due to contractual stuff, and obviously people have tried to meme us a little bit because of it. But Nonto with the ball now, plays it out wide. Oh, who was that? I think Joffy got brought down there after a little 1-2 between Nonto and himself, and Mariappa chopped him down, and he's won himself a free kick on the edge of the box. Evening, Jeff. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, mate. Are you? Render saying after the game against Birmingham to Ipswich, totally different class. Gelhardt hasn't offered us much in the games this season, so Gelhardt needs a good showing tonight. Yes, I think Gelhardt needs to have a good game, really. Nice to see Somerville back in as well. Evening, CB. Welcome to the chat as well. Somerville then setting up to take this free kick. Somerville over the free kick, curls it, caught by the goalkeeper in the end. Very tame free kick, that one, in the end. Luke Bolton's just got past. Oh my God, got past Nonto, who shouldn't really have had to be in that position anyway, and he crossed the ball in, and it's just been deflected wide of Darlow's post there. I nearly said Meslier. It was a long ball from the goalkeeper, just bounced on, and then the fullback was able to pick it up, and when he cut inside Willie Nonto, he tried to cross it in, and then yes, it was actually the striker, I think, who flicked that one over the bar. Joffrey was so clutch for us in the past. I'm surprised he's so muted these days. Yeah, he came up in really important moments, didn't he? And that kind of maybe clouded a little bit how good he actually is. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he does tonight, because it's his lower league opposition, and kind of I suggested the other night, I think it was on the Final Word on Joe's channel, that he should probably get a loan to a League One side once we've done our transfer business. Because I think he'd do well there, but I don't know. This should be this should be a difficult test for him to see whether he could survive at that level. Obviously, these are in League Two, but or just sell Joffy. It's just how much money do we actually get for him, given the potential that we think he's got? Do we actually get enough money for him for it to be worth it? Oh, pass has been intercepted there, but Charlie Cresswell's done really well to get that. Harley, I'm not really sure what your comments about, mate. What are my thoughts on the fact that you've got to go to work? That's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it, when Leeds are on? So yeah, that's a shame. But if you can listen to the commentary, then we'll be here. Nonto cutting inside the box. Nonto puts it across. Oh, Rutter has to flick it over the bar. Doesn't quite get it on target. Yes, Newcastle, I remember you. Yes, you were here the other night or the other day. Shackleton, what a start to the season that lad's had. Yeah, hopefully he shows that he can be that utility player for us this season, and when anybody's out and injured in pretty much any position other than striker, goalkeeper or centre back, he can play any of the positions, really. Not to a fantastic level, but he can do a job. Gelhardt's touch just a little loose there, and Salford have regained possession at the back and are looking to play out now. Leeds pressing quite high though, showing the intent here to try and go and chase the ball down and win it, because obviously Salford are a lower league opposition, so Leeds are trying to spelling mistake on Sky. It just said appointed OM rather than on. July the 4th or whatever the date was, but they said appointed on live on Sky Sports. So somebody's getting a bollock in, aren't they, for that typo? Darlow tried to play a long ball there, but it didn't quite go to a Leeds player. But the header back from Salford has found its way all the way out for a goal kick, so Darlow gets to have another go at clearing this one this time. Remember, guys, as well, you can't put anything in the chat unless you've hit that sub button. So make sure you do that, and you'll be able to chat with us all throughout the stream. Nonto with a nice little touch inside, looking for options. Gives it across to Archie Gray. Archie Gray now trying to drive Leeds up the pitch a little bit. Ball out to Shackleton in the right back role, which is soon to be Jed Spence in that role, hopefully. Archie Gray into Nonto. Nonto lays it back to Ampadu. Ampadu forward to Gelhardt, now out wide. Yelder looking for a pass. Back to Gelhardt, offering himself up here. He's been hounded out by Salford City, and the ball back to Ampadu. Now Nonto on the left-hand side, looking for options. Has to give it back again to Archie Gray. Then to Ampadu, and Leeds have been forced all the way back here, although Salford did win the ball back for a second, and then Archie Gray was able to regain possession. And now I thought Nonto would have won himself a free kick there near the corner flag, near the Salford City corner flag, but he hasn't, and it's been adjudged to be just a throw-in and nothing more than that. So 7 minutes in here, and we've seen Leeds have a couple of small chances, a couple of snatched at shots, but we have also seen Salford had that one where the striker was only able to sort of slice it wide of Darlow's post. So in terms of chances, quite even. In terms of possession, Leeds have had a lot of the ball, but not quite able to fashion any really strong openings. Good little touch from Ampadu there. Then the ball inside to Somerville. Somerville now trying to drive at the heart of the defence. Gives the ball out wide to Nonto. Nonto now looking for a chance to get the ball in the box. Tries to take on his man. Gets the ball across the box. Doesn't quite make it to Somerville. Good interception there by the Salford City defender, and they are able to clear towards the halfway line. Ex-Leeds player Matt Smith now makes a foul on Archie Gray, and Archie Gray is able to take that free kick quickly, and oh no, he's just passing it back to the position it's going to be taken from, and Cresswell takes it quickly to Pascal Strauch. Hopefully we get a goal early and it kind of settles the nerves a little bit. In these cup ties you can often find that the longer it goes on, the more hope that the lower league opposition gets, and then they start to think that they can get one over on you. So hopefully we manage to score a goal before too long in this game. Yeah, Penny Lane saying go Archie. Yeah, Archie's he's just showing his class again, isn't he? For his age, he's so good, but we definitely do need to bring somebody in there to help him in that role. Not to take his place, because I don't think anybody coming in would take his place immediately because he's been playing so well, but I do think that it needs somebody to oh, the ball's just gone down the line for Salford. Oh, it's gone out for a corner. It needs somebody to help him out in that position so he doesn't have to play all 46 games plus cups. Rob Bailey saying, where can I watch this if I use a VPN? It is live on free-to-air, isn't it? I only know about the UK, Rob. In the UK, it's on Sky Sports, but obviously that's a paid package. If you've seen Joe's channel and you've seen the Ought to Know Better podcast and stuff, you'll know Luke from that. Just as Leeds are on the attack here, ball to Nonto coming into the box, chance to have a shot here maybe. It's blocked and it's gone out for a Leeds corner kick. Willie Nonto did really well there. If you search Leeds _untied rather than United, just swap the letters around. Luke always puts on what channels it's on around the world, so you can find it. What do I think of Pascal as captain? Some people have been suggesting Pascal as captain, and yes, he's been playing well, but I don't necessarily think he's a leader on the pitch. Just as the corner comes in for Leeds, headed away there by Salford City. You'll often find that these lower league teams are very good at clearing corners and at defensively from set pieces, just because a lot of them are so big. Yeah, I don't think Pascal particularly makes a good captain. He's a good footballer, and I'm enjoying the way he's been playing at the moment, and he has been leading by example in terms of playing, but I don't think that he's captain material in that way. I'd much rather have somebody like, although he's only just joined, somebody like Ampadu as captain for me, or even Charlie Cresswell. It's going to be a goal kick to Leeds there. Yes, it should be that, Rob, I think. Jeffrey Biss saying, evening from Maastricht, Netherlands. I don't think we've ever had anyone from Netherlands in the chat before, or even just watching from the Netherlands if you're English. So that's a new one for the channel. Seems a bit quiet for my liking, Pascal. Yeah, same here. Yeah, he could. Digler saying it could be the making of him, and it could give him that push to go and be a bit more confident, a bit more vocal. Pass out there from Darlow into Hjelder's, a nice little weighted pass into him. And Hjelder's now trying to find a pass over the halfway line where Joffy's able to pick it up, hold off a player, and then Nonto is taken out, but it's not classed as a foul, and then Ampadu has apparently fouled, and Salford City find themselves with a free kick about halfway inside Leeds United's half. Sorry, Maastricht, I live here 35 years, lived in Shipley, went to Leeds 67 to 75. Ah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, Nonto tried to let it through his legs. Takes a little bit of a shoulder barge. Not really a foul. And then, Ampadu brings down the number 4 for Salford City, and it's a free kick to them, which has not quite been taken yet. Welcome everybody's in here. We've got 72 people in here. Let's try and get that like total up a little bit. That would massively help me out. Salford to take this free kick then. Curls it in, swinger. Headed away there by, I think, Charlie Cresswell. Then Somerville tries to find a pass, but it's gone straight to a Salford player. Although Somerville has been fouled, and it's going to be a Leeds United free kick. Couldn't think of the word. I was going to say corner. Obviously not a corner in the middle of the pitch. A Leeds United free kick here, and Pascal Strout's going to take it. He's just going to pass it along the ground to Gray, and Leeds are going to attempt to build from the back again. A little bit of a loose touch there from Strout, which is a pressing trigger, but Leeds have managed to get the ball clear up to the halfway line where Joffy is wrestling with a man, and nice little 1-2 with Nonto, and still retains possession there. Joffy comes all the way back and gives it to Charlie Cresswell, who's now played it out wide to Shax, who is in the right back role tonight. Archie Gray with a nice little turn of pace there, and Somerville's touch just lets him down, and Salford retake the possession. Been a fairly even game this, to be honest. Leeds need to stop losing the ball, stop giving away possession, find a way to beat the fact that they are such strong players at the back, need to be a little bit more technical, a little bit more clever about how they get in. We're not going to go over the top of them because they're so big. So yeah, we need to really think about how we attack them. Salford able to break down the left wing here. Archie Gray in hot pursuit. Archie Gray's been thrown a little bit there by that dummy, but then the ball's been laid back and it's crossed in, and then I don't know who that was, but a diving header away. I think it might have been Charlie Cresswell. Who else? Oh, Rutter's done really well to take the ball off the player here, and now Leeds break. It's 4 against 3 in this break here, and Somerville now is able to try and get the ball into the box. It's gone across everyone, and the number 32 has to leather it over his own bar. Good bit of defending from him then, but you've got to feel like if Perrault was on, that would have been a surefire goal, because somebody's got to be in the middle of the goal there. When you people who are watching that, if there's a striker, or Willie Nonto or Joffy, Willie Nonto, come inside there. Willie Nonto, he should have made his run inside the Shepherd, the right back. He should have tucked inside him, just on his blind spot, come across the back of him, and he would have got in for a goal there. But that's just about having that striker's instinct to it. You've got to feel somebody like Joel Perrault would have been in there for a goal. Not adjudged to be in a foul there on Willie Nonto, and this time Salford are able to break, but it's about 8 Leeds players against 1 Salford player. So Leeds got back so well there, so quickly after a little bit of a mistake or a possible foul on Nonto, but Leeds were able to get back in so quickly, and it was a little bit Bielsa-esque the way that Leeds were able to get back in shape that quickly then. Yeah, Don Revie is the greatest Leeds manager ever, no doubt. Yeah, of course he is. He won more than any other Leeds manager has ever won, and sort of almost made us the club we are today, really, with the things that he did. Is Gary Neville one of the part owners in Salford City? Because obviously it's his teammates, isn't it? The class of 92. We all know who the real class of 92 are, but Nonto now on the right wing, cutting into the box. Sorry, left wing. Ball across. Oh, Joffy scuffed that one wide. Yeah, he is, and he's what do you call it? Isn't he? He's commentating on this game tonight, so I haven't actually got the commentary on very loud in my headphones, but I can imagine that he'll be being a bit biased. Yeah, Nonto puts a good ball into Joffy, and Joffy just sort of snatches at the shot, and it just rolls wide. It's not a great shot in the end. Could have been a bigger chance there if Joffy had have taken it. Salford owned by a few ex-Scum players. Yeah, I think it's Beckham, Scholes, Neville, maybe a few others that I might have missed. Ball into the box here from Salford, and Leeds are able to clear. Oh, Charlie Cresswell just got dispossessed, but Shax has managed to save his blushes there and give the ball back to Darlow. Now, Darlow actually looks quite a lot like Meslier from a distance. He's actually a lot stockier and more filled out than what Meslier is, but just at a glance. Ball spread out wide to Shackleton. Shackleton now able to break for the first time, where he's really had a chance to join the attack. Gives it to Somerville. Somerville trying to cut inside and drive towards the defence. Played a good ball out wide to Nonto. Nonto plays a ball to Joffy into the box, and Joffy can't quite get enough on it to steer it back across the face of goal. Good defending there from Salford, but a good little bit of interplay from Leeds. What's your view on new loan signing? Not 100%, but any others coming in your view? Yeah, I'm happy with Jed Spence. I think going forward he'll be excellent. Going back he leaves a bit to be desired, but obviously Championship's a different level to what the Premier League is, so I think he'll do really, really well on loan at Leeds, especially in this system. And then Ao Tanaka as well from Fortuna Dusseldorf. I'm looking forward to seeing in a Leeds shirt as well, because I think whilst some players that you come in from foreign leagues, just as Archie Gray tries to curl that one into the box. Some players come in from foreign leagues and they're a bit weak and they're not very strong in the tackle and stuff, whereas Ao Tanaka, from everything I've seen, good upper body strength, able to bounce a player off him, able to roll a player, turn a player, good first touch, press resistant, people coming at him, you can still find a pass. I think he'll be really, really good, so I'm excited to see him sign. CB's just put who the owners are in the chat if you want to read that. Anybody who had forgotten like I had. Pascal Strout now just strokes the ball back to Darlow. Darlow gives it out the other side to Charlie Cresswell, and Leeds can try and drive a little bit here. Ampadu does really well there to get through two Salford players and give the ball out wide to Shax. Shackleton coming inside and gives it to Gray. Leeds are actually being forced back a little bit here by quite a good Salford press. Well, not even a press so much, but just trying to shepherd us into certain areas of the pitch. But then you get people like Charlie Cresswell. He can just take a touch away from that, and that breaks that down completely, and Salford have to try and get reset. So it's good to have something like that in Charlie Cresswell's locker. Ball down the line here for Jorginho Rutter. Jorginho Rutter facing up against his man. Tries to take him on, gets past him, but he's got a handful of his shirt, and it's going to be a Leeds corner. Yes, a Leeds corner there. Do they still think that left-hand dominance is the mark of the devil in Leeds? Some dumbfounded at lack of links to a left-back. Well, we've been linked to Luke Thomas, who's not going to come from Leicester, and Charlie Taylor and a few others. I'd imagine that we will get one by the end of the window. I hope so. crossed in by Somerville there off that corner and headed away by Salford again, but Archie Gray's able to pick it up on the edge of the box, but it has to go back to Shax, who's waiting on the halfway line almost to try and restart this Leeds attack. Pascal Strout back into Archie Gray. Archie Gray back into Shackleton. Shackleton into Joffy now, who's taken up a position on the edge of the box. He tries to get a pass into Rutter's feet, but a Salford player flicks out a leg and it bounces harmlessly through to the Salford City goalkeeper. We've got 103 people in the chat now, so if even just 9 more of you hit that like button, we'll get up to 50 likes and I'll be happy for a while. It's going to be a throw in here for Salford City, just in line with their 18-yard box. A chance for them to have a little breather and settle down a little bit as they just throw the ball down the line towards Smith, who gets the header, and then Charlie Cresswell is able to deal with that flick on and play it into Shackleton, who's got a little bit of space to come into as he just travels across the halfway line here. Somerville picks up a position where he can take the ball off him, and then Ampadu takes it. Ampadu with a clever little pass out wide to Hjelde. Hjelde even wider to Nonto. Hjelde tries to go for the underlap, but Nonto decides to cut inside and give the ball across to Archie Gray. And Leeds trying to switch the ball from side to side here, hoping to fashion an opportunity. And Shackleton's trying to run at his man, gives it into Somerville. Somerville inside the box now, surrounded by players, but now Rutter with the ball. Rutter with a nice little flick into Somerville. Oh, and Somerville's very, very light touch just dribbles past the post there, but a lot better from Leeds. Shackleton driving at the defender, gives it into Somerville. Somerville manages to get the ball through. Yeah, really good from Rutter there. Holds up his man with his upper body strength, and he's able to flick the ball onto Somerville. And Somerville can't quite get enough of a touch on it. But the corner's been taken already, and Nonto coming into the box. Now the ball with Somerville. Somerville trying to fashion an opportunity to shoot. He shoots, hits the post. Really good strike from Somerville, hits the post. Very unlucky, and it's able to be cleared there by Salford City. Really good strike there from Somerville. Cuts inside, takes a little touch, and then curls one, and it hits that bottom corner, hits the bottom of the post, and eventually, after a few more touches, ends up as a Salford City throw-in. Newcastle edits asking if I play FIFA. Sometimes, but I don't play Ultimate Team or anything. I just play career mode. Yeah, Somerville wraps his foot right round the ball. Rutter actually tries to get a little header on that, which I think if he'd have got a header, it probably would have gone in. But now Leeds are driving again. Somerville with the ball. Somerville tries to find it into Nonto, and oh, did he save that? Nonto had a very powerful strike at goal there from not very far out, and I'm sure the goalkeeper saved that. If he did, that's a very good save. Oh no. Yeah, he just puts too much on it. He leans back. He just needed to get his head over the ball there and try and blast it low and hard into the bottom corner, but he just doesn't quite have the composure to do that. But Leeds, like the commentators are saying, are knocking on the door here. Bolton flicks the ball inside. Spread out wide to the other wing. Shackleton does really well there. Shackleton's playing well. That was good defensively from him. All he just managed to do was get his body in front of Garbett, and then Garbett's touch in the end took his own run to an end as he kicked the ball out of play for a Leeds goal kick, and we're already off again here. Quite a fast-paced game, this. Darlow now, just looking for an option with the ball. He's gone straight down the middle towards, maybe a bit wide towards Nonto. But it's a bit of an aimless ball in the end and doesn't really amount to anything. Long ball here forward from Salford City, but Strout wins it, and Ampadu manages to get the ball. Nice little flick back to Nonto. Now Ampadu sprints down the left wing, tries to get the ball in the box, but can't quite. But Leeds are trying to press here. And it's going to be a Leeds throw in there. So Leeds have got a throw in then about halfway inside the Salford City half, and they've decided to go back over the halfway line to Pascal Struijk at the back. Charlie Cresswell. Now the ball was Somerville. Back out to Shackleton. Shackleton does well to keep the ball. Now Gray, out to Shackleton again. Shackleton does really well to take on his man. Clips the ball into the box. Oh, it's nearly come to Joffrey. Now it's Hjelde. Hjelde out to Nonto again. Nonto on the edge of the box trying to hold off his man. Now Joffrey with the ball. Joffrey somehow manages to keep the ball. Now Nonto out wide to Hjelde. Hjelde tries to put a ball into the box. It's gone right to the back post over everyone. And Garber is able to calmly chest it down towards his goalkeeper who can pick it up. I think 49ers just wanted to take their time and do things properly. Yeah, exactly. And I think we have a tendency to panic a little bit when we're not being aggressive instantly. They said that they would be aggressive throughout the transfer window, and obviously because it didn't all happen at once, you do have a tendency to get nervous and frustrated as a football fan. But I think if we do get some of the players that we are being linked with by the end of the window, I'll be very happy with this transfer window. Shackleton now with the ball. Now Pascal Struijk tries to drive out from the back. Ball into Hjelde. Hjelde who's come inside and now gives it to Archie Gray. Archie Gray out to Shackleton. Lee's trying to probe again here. Nice ball down the line for Somerville. Somerville trying to find a chance to pass to somebody, but his defenders all over him, and he's still got the ball. Really well done there by Somerville. Somerville with a nice ball out to the left-hand side where Nonto now has it. Their link-up has been good so far. Now Nonto tries to get it across the box, and it's back to Nonto again. Nonto, and it's still bounced back to Rutter. Rutter does really well to try and... Oh, he nearly wriggles through like he did against Ipswich. He's done really well there, Rutter. So well. But Hjelde hasn't quite managed to hold on to it. It's going to be a free kick there to Salford, even though Hjelde was just trying to go for the ball. Yeah, it's a 50-50 that. Both players are going for the ball, and their player's just gone down like a sack of spuds. Just because they just wanted a breather. It's frustrating sometimes. Love Rutter putting himself about tonight. Looks a different player. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Looks like he has a bit of confidence to run at a player and link up with the players around him. Nice little bit of interplay we've seen from him. Interestingly, Leeds were just happy to let Smith have the flick on there because they knew he was going to win it and they knew that nobody beyond him would get there. But now Archie Gray bursts forward. Has a shot! Good save there by the goalkeeper. Archie Gray did really well there to drive forward and have a shot there. Nice little flick from Rutter again, and now Archie Gray tries to come towards goal. I mean, it opened up for him. It's come to a corner, so I don't think anybody can be too angry. He was in the best position to shoot there, really. Sometimes you've just got to have a go at a goal. I think Rutter was a bit angry they didn't pass to him, but Rutter was quite wide. So Leeds United corner now, to be whipped in by Somerville. Curls right towards the penalty spot. Headed out, but only as far as the Leeds player in Jamie Shackleton. Alex Cairns in net for Salford, former Leeds youth player. I didn't realise it was him. Sometimes I can't put a face to a name. Oh, that pass to Strout looked like it had gone amiss, but it went all the way through to Hjelde. And now Archie Gray with the ball again. Out wide to Shackleton. Now Ampadu. Leeds just trying to fashion something here. Have a shot, Strauch. Ball down the line, and Hjelde tries to put it into the box, so it's deflected again. And Leeds are able to pick the ball up again. Leeds very, very, very dominant in the last 10 minutes or so. Now Strauch. Back out wide again to Willie Gnonto. St. Berbatov, and he scores more goals. Classic Luciano Becchio chant going on with the away fans. Can hear on the footage. Oh, Shackleton's cross towards the back post, and Rutter just heads it over the bar. I don't think Gnonto gave him a shout because Gnonto was in a better position to take it. I think Gnonto should have shouted, really. If he wanted that ball, he should have given him a shout. And Rutter, I think, they're like smiling about it. But I don't think they were genuinely a bit like, oh, bloody hell, we could have scored then if we'd have just talked to each other. Ampadu with the ball into, Rutter tries to flick it to Somerville, but can't quite. But Hjelde does well to get up there and try to get the ball forward to Willie Gnonto. It's just broke the advertising board, that ball, and it was really... Did anybody see that? It like dribbled at the board, and then a whole panel of the pixels just went dark. Again, flicked on there by Smith. But this time, Charlie Cresswell able to deal with it, and I think it's actually going to be a Leeds throw in there, or should be, because I'm sure it came off a Salford player in Bolton. Throw in then for Salford. Ampadu does really well there. Just gets a shoulder in on Ashley, pushes him out with the ball, and Leeds get the throw in line with their 18-yard box. Salford's badge is awful, isn't it? Doesn't it just look like somebody's just like made it up like a Pro Evo version of a real club? It's just a lion with no other context. Doesn't even say Salford on it. Leeds trying to deal with the threat from Salford City. Then it's flicked into the box. Smith scores. You just knew he was going to score, didn't you? You just knew Matt Smith was going to score. After all that dominance, you just knew it. One cross into the box. Oh, wrong side. Just one cross into the box. That's all they needed. And you get him on it. Oh, bloody hell. No, we didn't sign Amiri. Yeah, Strauch just gets under the ball, and Matt Smith uses his experience to climb on him so that he can't get up. And, yeah, Matt Smith wins the header. Had to be Matt Smith. Yeah, exactly. It did have to be. Rob saying Auto made some good solid signings and pulled off some good deals. I think that his big personality is great when you're flying, but makes you a target when things are not so great. Yeah, and also obviously all the stuff that's come out since with the stuff that he's put in the contracts and things. And as well, he did sign some good players, but you've got to think, like, if you throw enough poo at a wall, some will stick. Charlie Cresswell out wide to Archie Gray this time. Archie Gray, good touch by Jorginho Rutter, allows Leeds to break a little bit here. Hit the ball into Gnonto. Gnonto tries to get it back into the box. Rutter nearly gets a chance to shoot. You've got to feel like that would have been a good chance of a goal there, but a really, really good interception there by the Salford defender, just as Rutter was about to shoot from Willie Gnonto's cutback. Leeds just need to not let this get on top of them and get a goal back quickly. because we've been really showing signs of it, and we've been really creating the chances to do so. Oh, nice. Ampadu shoots, bang, over the bar. Yeah, Ampadu, he had a good chance to shoot there. He was well within his rights to shoot, but just get your head over the ball. It's been a couple now where we've had some good chances and we've blazed it high over the bar. We've just got to keep our composure a little bit. Leeds 71% possession, 27 touches in their box, 9 shots, 2 on target. Well, that's what happens when you don't have Pirro on the pitch or even in the squad. Just heard a woman absolutely screech then on the footage. I don't know what that was about. Pascal Strout now to Cresswell. The shape of the game's not really going to change too much in terms of it all being all Leeds going forward and stuff, but it's about the scoreline, isn't it, that matters really. So Leeds need to make this pressure actually count and try and get a goal before too long. Rob saying Rutter is going to be world class in my opinion. You could just see him some of his touches turning players last season. He just suffered with his price tag and moving abroad. Yeah, and the fact that managers didn't really trust to play him, I don't really know why they didn't, because we've paid that much money for him. At least try him. And he's shown flashes of brilliance so far this season. Just his ability to take a touch, like you say, away from a player, to drop a shoulder and take a touch at the same time. Rick Pay saying, and that they played him out of position. Yeah, good shout as well. Conceded first in every game we've played this season. That is true, actually, yes. Yelder now with the ball down the line for Willy Gnonto. Willy Gnonto is going to get there, I think, and he's had to put it out for a Salford throw-in rather than take a corner. He needs to play in behind a striker, not be the striker. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that. And that's why I was interested when he started at striker tonight. I think he needs to get some time in that number 10 role. But I suppose when Bamford's not fit, it's not really going to be a chance for him to do that. Otherwise, Pirro's going to have to play in cup games like this, and we don't really want to waste Pirro's, well, whether he gets injured or not, basically. Now Gray coming over the halfway line. Back out to Shackleton again. Now Shackleton's got options. Can go to Rutter down the line, or he can come inside. Decides to come inside. He's running into the box, but it's really good tackle there from the Salford play. Leeds have won that tackle there, but it's gone straight back to a Salford player, and they're able to send it down the line. And Strauch is able to get there before the striker, and Darlow does really well to calmly pass that back out again. Now Gray with the ball. He looks to his left and sees Ampadu. Ampadu can now find Yelder on the left. Brings the ball over the halfway line and gives it into Willy Gnonto. Willy Gnonto now looking for options. Down the line to Gelhardt, and it's going to be a Leeds corner. Another chance for Leeds to get a header on this, but you've got to feel really with the players we've got on the pitch, we aren't going to have much luck from corners. I'm hoping that now I've said that, this is going to be a goal, but I can't imagine it. Somerville with 2 hands up, indicating back post maybe. Looks like it. Good header. Oh, unlucky. Jorginho Rutter got really high up there to win that header, but it was a tame one in the end. And that's kind of the problem with... Oh, no. I was going to say that without swinging corners, with an in-swing area, he just couldn't quite get the purchase on it to get enough power on it. Yeah, I think it hit him in the face to be... Oh, the way he landed right on his back of his neck and shoulders and head sort of way. So, yeah, that can't have been pleasant to land like that. It's his name's, is it Michael Bridges on commentary? It is, isn't it? Because he's just said every ball that Leeds have played into the box from those corners. But I mean, you don't need to worry about that, considering that Gary Neville is saying we about Salford City. So say we as much as you like. Just waiting for Rutter's treatment at the moment. Just seeing shots of Farker just sat in the dugout having discussions at the moment, so nothing much happening on the pitch. You'd imagine there'll be a few minutes of added time because of things like this. How old is Matt Smith now? Someone let me know in the chat. It had to be him, didn't it? We're just seeing the replay of the goal now. Strouk just gets under it, can't quite get it. Alex Patron saying, will we win? Well, it is Michael Bridges. No, we won't win because we don't win in the cup, do we? Very rarely. We can do without any more injuries. Yeah, absolutely. I think it must just be an impact thing, to be honest. I think he just hurt himself a bit when he landed. Ball with the Salford City goalkeeper here, and he's going to pick the ball up as soon as Joffy gets anywhere near him, and then we're going to restart play. I'd imagine he's going to hoof this now. Hoof! Absolutely, over the halfway line. Won well by Charlie Cresswell. Bit of head tennis going on here now. Ampadu loses out on that one, though, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Just by the dugout. Yelder getting the ball back and looking for what his best option might be. Willie Nonto now with the ball. Gives the ball to Charlie Cresswell. Bit of a loose pass there, but Charlie Cresswell gets it to Shax. Shax inside. Now Somerville. Somerville tries to pass it back to Shax, but just puts far too much on it. He's had that a few times tonight, Somerville, and I think he is just a little bit rusty. Needs to do away with those overhit and quite bad passes. Matt Smith is 34. I thought he would be older than that, to be honest. He looks older than that. He looks about 40. He's had a tough life. Yeah, tough paper round. Header there from Ampadu is just left by the 29 for Salford City, and it's gone out for their throw-in. Just trying to slow things down before half-time, I think, here. Oh, good ball there from the Salford player, and they're in on goal here. Really good tackle from Pascal Strouk. Really good tackle from Pascal Strouk. That's a really, really strong tackle. Pascal Strouk comes across and just makes that tackle just in time. That's exactly what you want. Very good from Pascal there. Love that. He actually gets it with his back foot, but very well done from Pascal. Let's not let them have another one right before half time from this corner. I just heard Darlow go effing hell, but obviously he actually just said the word. But it's just another free header from a corner. From a cross/corner, and Darlow's going, what are you doing? Like, you've got to not let them have them, because that's how they're going to score. Leeds are bombing forward here now. Shackleton with the ball, gives it into Somerville. Leeds haven't got that many options forward. They need to help him here. Now Ampadu with the ball. Kjelder's offering him on the left-hand side, but he's gone back out to the right where Shackleton's got the ball now. Shackleton comes inside, tries to get in the box. Now Ampadu. Ampadu back to Shackleton. Shackleton just needs to cross it, and he does. And it's terrible. Maybe that's why he doesn't cross. because that was awful. 3 added minutes, by the way. 3 added minutes. Yeah, Shaq's just... I don't know if it gets a deflection or whether it's just a really bad cross, but either way, it's not even a possibility that someone could have got on the end of that. Bolton 1-1 Middlesbrough in other games. Birmingham 0, Cardiff 1, Bristol City 0, Norwich 0, Exeter 1, Stevenage 0, Fulham 1, Tottenham 0, Luton Town 2, Gillingham 0, Newport 0, Brentford 0, Plymouth 1, Crystal Palace 0, Port Vale 0, Crewe 0, Portsmouth 0, Peterborough 1. Can't read them all because Leeds are going through here with Somerville. Shoots! Good save by the goalkeeper. And back out again. Now Shackleton, blocked again. Now Jorginho Rutter has a shot, blocked again. I shouldn't have started reading out all the scores because there was about 1 million of them. You asked me who my favourite Leeds player was on Saturday or Sunday, whenever we last played Newcastle, or Jamie, I think that's your real name, isn't it? You asked me then, and it was Ethan Ampadu. It hasn't changed in like 3 days. Yeah, it's a good save by the Salford goalkeeper, but again, Somerville doesn't get a powerful enough strike on it. Ironically, Joffy just played that nice pass into the path of Somerville, then did really well. Now Nonto coming into cross. Apparently the ball had gone out there. Willie Nonto's screaming for it, but... Oh, now they're running through. Now Bolton down the right wing tries to get a ball into the box. He cuts it across, and Ethan Ampadu is very well positioned to take that. When did I start following Leeds? When I was born, really. Which is 1997. Now Shackleton. Somerville on the edge of the box. Passes it across to Willie Nonto. Willie Nonto now is shaping up to shoot. Can't get a shot because, again, it's blocked by them. And it's going to be half-time here at 1-0 to Salford City. Matt Smith with the headed goal. It was always going to be him, wasn't it? It was going to be him. Leeds haven't played that badly. We've actually created a lot of chances. We just need to actually put one in the back of the net, don't we, really? That would be the ideal. We've created enough chances to be 3 or 4 goals up. We just don't... We're just not clinical enough. Sorry, I'm just checking how my other video's doing. The video I uploaded at 7:15. Not that great because everybody's watching this instead. Who's been your favourite player since 1997? I think it's got to be Calvin Phillips, you know. You can't see him, actually. I can show you. There it is. Calvin Phillips, just my favourite position is the holding midfield role. I love somebody who can break the play up, tough tackling, as well as having a really good passing range and stuff. So Calvin, the fact that he came through at the club and achieved everything that he did with Leeds, yeah, it's got to be Calvin for me. Which player was that? I didn't really have an idol growing up. I loved Becchio just because he was like, I don't know, just because he was Argentine, and it was like almost strange at that point for us to have a South American player in our team when we were around in those misery days. And he was so good, and it's just, yeah. And I also loved Snodgrass as well, actually. Absolute garbage is Rutter playing. Can't believe we're losing to these bloody amateurs. Pathetic. Yeah. Rutter is playing, and Rutter's playing well, actually. Wait, you don't have a clue who Becchio is? How old are you? Because this might make sense if you're like a lot younger than me. Yeah, Rutter's playing well. Yeah, I just think it's just typical football, this game anyway, isn't it? We've played well, we've created chances, and we go and concede to a very old-fashioned football goal, cross into the big man against all the run of play, and they head it into the back of the net. It's sod's law. It's just the way football is. But we've actually been playing quite well. What a team we had in League One. Becchio was class, great record for us too. Him and Beckford formed a decent partnership as well. Yes, they did. Beckford as well, obviously, was fantastic in those days. But yeah, I loved Snodgrass as well. We didn't have many heroes to pick from in those days, did we really? But there were some of them that stood out. Yeah, fair enough. Half times always take so long. I feel like it's just like, just get back into the second half. Come on. Yeah, fair enough. Newcastle or Jamie, sorry. You wouldn't remember then, would you? That makes sense. Does anyone know where I can listen to the game audio? Right here. Let's have a little relax and a sit back at half time. Hold on, I think I can actually do this and you can still see me. There we go. It's a bit more relaxing. Oh my god, they've actually got a studio for this. Can't believe we are 1-0 down against Salford, yeah. Air Action saying, can't believe we're losing to this tin pot club. Yeah, it's the one chance they had, isn't it? But like I said, a lot of the chances we've created, if we had Pirot on the pitch, we're like, he's probably on a hat-trick by now, just because of the fact that he's in the right place at the right time. Other than that, we've defended fairly well, apart from on set pieces, and we've created a lot of chances. It's just that we haven't taken them. So, yeah, it's just, yeah, it's frustrating, but it's very Leeds, and it's very what happens in the cup. We always do things the same. Well, yeah, we went down 1-0 down against Shrewsbury as well, didn't we? And we've actually conceded the first goal in every single game this season. So, Farker will sort that. Jamal Lascelles, are you on about render? Farker will sort that defence out. I'm confident that. I just hope you can do it quite quickly. Yeah, well, we just need to bring in those fullbacks that we're on about, and we'll be a lot stronger for it. Obviously, we're not having Road on here tonight as well. Thank you very much, Karen. I really appreciate the super chat there. It's just saying thank you for the watch along. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I've hearted your comment. But yeah, Jamal Lascelles, yeah, it looked like he was involved in some sort of fight. I think he was the one in the video wearing a green gilet, allegedly. Don't know what was about or what had happened, but yeah, I'm going to Ellen Road on Saturday against. I always say this. I always just say Saturday, even if it's not. It is Saturday, isn't it? Versus Sheffield Wednesday. Yes, Saturday at 3 o'clock, Sheffield Wednesday. I'm going to Ellen Road, so that should be a good game, and I'm really hoping that Leeds are able to to beat them. They're bottom of the league, haven't got a point yet, which should be a winnable game. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we're able to smash them, and especially if we bring in Perot back in and Sinisterra and stuff into the starting 11. If we start with the same team that we played against Ipswich with, barring Byram, if we can get Byram fit. If we can't, then we bring in maybe Shax, maybe Hjelder for him, but I think we're still just as strong. So I'm hoping that we play with a strong team and we smash Sheffield Wednesday. But this isn't giving us much hope, is it? Although, to be fair, this isn't our strongest side, is it, by a long shot? Howard and Eve, whichever one of you it is, can we just swap our defence for theirs? Hjelder looks out of his depth at this level. For theirs, as in Salford's, I think it's... See, the thing is, there's a difference, though, isn't there? Because if we had Salford's defence and we were trying to play out from the back, we probably would be struggling a little bit because they're not really that great in terms of actually playing with the ball and quality of defenders. They just look good because all they have to do is pack the box with as many players as possible, and more than likely they'll be able to get a block or a header away. I think AO is just trolling most of the time, to be honest. When he says things like that, I think it's just a joke to wind people up. Clean sheet and a big win would work wonders. Probably make Amiri change his mind again. Yeah, if we win 4-0, Amiri be like, for me? But I don't know. No, CB, like, I don't know. He's harmless, really. No, Newcastle, your club captain is the lad. Oh, yeah, Jamal Lascelles. Yeah, I think he's club captain, but because he's not actually in the team, it'll be Trippier as the vice captain, or do you know what I mean? Like, he'll be the one that's actually on the pitch who's the captain, but the club captain is Lascelles, I think, isn't it? John Clark saying, don't you ever envy Manchester year in, year out, and just look at the success they have, whether it's City or Man United? They have something to celebrate every year. They are so privileged, and that's it. Yes, but also they do have to live in Manchester, so there's that. No, I don't. Thing is, I can appreciate Man City because the football they play and Pep and Haaland and everything like that. I can appreciate that, but not Scum. Not Scum. The thing is, I'm actually more... I get a bit more envious of, like, Newcastle and Villa, because they were in a very similar position to what we were a couple of years ago, both of them. And if you look at where they are now compared to us, that just shows how managing a club properly and bringing in the right manager at the right time can really, really change your fortunes. And we've completely just mismanaged it to the point where we're just down in the Championship, and it's awful. But the way that Newcastle and Villa have recruited and stuff has been probably more so Villa, because Villa haven't had like an entire nation's wealth poured into them. But yeah, they've just recruited well. They've got a good manager. They've done everything that they should have done, and now they're flying, really. So, yeah, that's the one that gets me a little bit, because we're in a very similar position. No, I'm not saying that I agree with Man City in terms of where the money came from or anything, even morally or anything like that. I'm just talking about the fact that when you actually watch them, they're so good to watch, and it's so entertaining. And I like Pep Guardiola, and it's just But like I say, when I actually look at teams that I'm a little bit more jealous of, it is your Villas and your Newcastles. Teams who are in very similar positions to what Leeds were a couple of years ago, really not long ago at all. And look where they are now compared to us. What was the last thing that we won? We've won something more recently than they have. We won the championship. Nonto to score 2 and Shaq's with a screamer. Shaq's with a screamer is a big call because that just that's a very unlikely. Rob saying, to me, the attraction is that Leeds United is a real football club. If you see someone wearing a Leeds shirt, you know that they are a proper fan. 90% of the people who wear scum shirts are fair weather fans. Yes, absolutely. Penny saying, Max thinking you should have been born in the 1970s. Yeah. I've never experienced Leeds be good, really. Other than Bielsa, I've never experienced Leeds be good because obviously being born in 97... like when we were in the Champions League and stuff, I was only like 5, so not old enough to remember anything and not old enough to really go to games or remember anything. So everything I remember of Leeds is League One and Championship. And the only time I've experienced them in the Premier League is over the last couple of years. So it's been pretty miserable. Yeah, at least Matt Smith didn't celebrate, to be fair to him. That's good of him. No, but you say Newcastle are only there due to the money. Yes, there is that. But if they had a competent manager and ownership like what Villa have, they'd have done well anyway because they're a massive club, one club city. So, yeah, do you know what I mean? It makes a difference. The Newcastle, Villa and Leeds are similar statures of clubs, I would say, in terms of history and everything, and I think, yeah, it's sad to see where we are when we could be up like they are. Plymouth are now 2-0 up against Crystal Palace. Great goal in the Plymouth game. Oh no, Edouard then scored for Palace. Oh, team's coming back out now. Let me just get the media ready for the second half. It's not started yet, don't worry. Air Action saying, I've been a fan since 1968. Remember the Reeve era? We were a fantastic side. Yeah, I wish I could have experienced that at the time. Rob saying, even in Australia, you bump into Leeds fans everywhere. I bumped into one playing barefoot bowls the other day. Never met the bloke, but you tell him you're a Leeds fan and you have best mates. Yeah, absolutely. It's a community, isn't it? And it's yeah, you know that they're a proper football fan as well. Jeff saying, with proper goal scorer poacher, I think we'd have 1 or 2. Yeah, that's what I was saying about whether we'd have Perot or even Bamford in the squad. I think if you've got a striker in there, you score at least 1. The one spilled by the goalie on the Somerville shot is a good example. Yes, exactly, and it would have been a carbon copy of what Perot did when Cine cut in at the weekend against Ipswich and dropped right in front of Perot to score. So if someone had been there, then that would have been a goal. Rick Pay saying, Leeds are about our fans, cyber force self and total support through thin and thin. It's the hope that kills us. Absolutely, but we're all in it together, aren't we? We're back underway here at Salford City, and hopefully Leeds United can get back into this one. I'm now going to sit back up a little bit rather than being lazy, but I had a good little almost lie down there. Ampadu able to clear the ball there. We're a bit zoomed into my face. God, you don't want to see me that close. Trust me. Now Nonto charging towards the goal, gives it to Gelhardt, gets it back again. Nonto into the box, penalty. Got to be a penalty. Got to be a penalty. Are you taking the mick? Are you taking the mick? Oh, come on. Oh, come on, that is a penalty. Well, fair play to Gary Neville. He said that he didn't think it was a penalty, and then he said, I'm sure your Leeds fans will be watching saying, oh, you would say that. So fair play to him for being self-aware. He tried to bring his leg with him. He's got to bring his leg with him to go to goal. Oh yeah, forgot about them winning that cup. Darlow's just put that one into touch there. Some of these refs gives us nothing yet. Back in 2001, when Leeds finished 4th and only 3 teams got in the UCL, like Champions League, it led to disaster. 4 qualified Leeds would be among the giants today. Yeah, absolutely, because we were relying on the money, weren't we, to pay for the transfers that we'd brought in, and because we didn't qualify, we'd gambled it all on qualification. Because we didn't qualify, that's when everything fell apart and we went into administration and all that sort of thing. Rob saying Nonto needs to stop protesting as much as he does. I've never seen a referee change his mind due to a player protest, but referees talk, and I wonder if it doesn't polarise them against him. Maybe, but then, I don't know. All players will say, well, if you don't protest at all, the ref's not even going to think about it. So you kind of, even in amateur football over here, you're told, like, oh, you've got to shout for it. You've got to try and call for it. Like, can you imagine, like, you see, in a game like this where there's no VAR, right? Let's say that there's a handball in the box and the referee doesn't see it, right? If all of the players at once, without communicating with each other, go, handball, handball, you're kind of like, the ref's going to go, hold on a sec, that probably was a handball. Why would they all do that at the same time? If it wasn't one, Archie Gray does really well to wriggle away from a player there. Then Joffrey does well to turn and give it out to Hjelde. Good play here from Leeds as Hjelde breaks over the halfway line and gives the ball into Nonto. He's now going to try and underlap him. Nonto cuts inside though. Nonto looking for a chance to get the ball into the box, and he's tackled well by the right back there. Michael Brown saying, Max, any news on... Michael Brown's actually in the studio on Sky Sports as well, Michael Brown. The other Michael Brown, the one that used to play for Leeds. Any news on Spence and Kamara? I'm fearful of PL clubs hijacking Leeds' potential recruitments. Apparently, Spence is in Leeds tonight having his medical. You may find that he actually is announced as soon as the game finishes, maybe. Rob saying, yeah, it's a bit like edges in the slips. Everybody goes up so often, it's a strong indicator. John Clark saying, come on, Salford. Okay, so the one Salford fan that's not at the game is in the chat, apparently. Now Shackleton comes inside and gives the ball to Ampadu. Ampadu to Hjelde. Hjelde out wide to Nonto, and Lee's just trying to fashion an opportunity here whilst... Medical completed according to Sky Sports News. Announcement imminent. Michael Brown, no, Perrault is not on the bench. He's not actually in the squad for tonight's game. I don't think it's due to injury. I just don't think he wanted... a Rodrigo, where was it against Accrington, where Jesse Marsh brought him on. Oh... Ball nearly got to Somerville there from Ampadu, but it was cut out. But now Gray gets the ball back. Gray back into Ampadu. Ampadu out wide. Now Shackleton. I think Shackleton's afraid to cross the ball in. Oh, yes. Yes, Diggler, really good shout there from you. I forgot about that. I completely forgot. Yes, Joel Perrault is cup tied because he's already played in this competition for Swansea. Totally forgot about that. Good shout. Yes, apparently we are after O'Reilly from Celtic. He'd be very good as well. But I'll have to... That's not even the saying, John. John Clark saying Salford have Leeds in their top pocket. A, it's their back pocket. And no, they don't. They've had their backs against the ropes for this entire game. It's kind of cute that people follow their local clubs, even though they are nothing clubs in lower leagues. Well, this is as plastic as you get. This sort of club, it's just made like 10 years ago. No history, nothing. If Spence signs, I'm afraid for the end of Ayling and Drama. Well, that's probably what you want. The end for one of those two. That's what a lot of people wanted. I'm sorry, but I don't know what John Clark hopes to achieve coming in here when there's it's literally 122 people on one against one because we're all Leeds fans. So, like, what are you hoping to achieve? Yelder out wide. Somerville now with the ball. Somerville gets past his man really well. Now gets the ball into Joffy, and it's cleared as well. It's horrible playing against a team who just plays really low block, horrible, ugly football. At least they could try and play. Yeah, drama is cursed. Plays out of his skin everywhere, but puts a Leeds shirt on his back and he sucks. Yeah. I've put him on the naughty step, guys. Don't worry. He's sat on the naughty step now. His bottom lip's going because I've given him a little time out. Fabrizio Romano reports that Drama will be allowed to leave when Spence signs. Yeah, I can't say that I'm completely against it now that I've seen some of the performances that he's given for Leeds. I thought that Nonto search for the contract in his penalty about... I thought that Nonto search for the contact... Oh, I thought... sorry, I read that as contract because I thought you were on about his... when he tried to hand in a transfer request. Garbett plays the ball down the line. Charlie Cresswell is there. Up against Hendry. Nearly blocks it, but doesn't quite manage to. It's gone to the edge of the box for Salford. They shoot. Curls it wide. Yeah, Charlie Cresswell's just a yard off there when he tries to take it. Just curls it well wide there. But Leeds have got the ball back now and Strauch has it. So basically Salford have parked the bus. Yeah, absolutely. I've got no idea what that means, Rob. That must be an Australian thing. Long ball forward from Yelder into Nonto. Nonto takes it down on his chest and gives it into Joffy. Now Shackleton into Gray. Now Ampadu into Gelhardt. The older guy told me his daughter is married to Gary McAllister. Small world. Small world, Jeff. Somerville does well to still get the pass off there, and now the ball with Ampadu. Joffy's touch is just loose there. Gelhardt's been hacked down there, but it's a strong tackle, but a fair tackle adjudged by the referee. The sting's gone out of Leeds' games a little bit. Leeds' game a little bit, and they need to find a way to freshen things up in this attack. Paddle pops are an ice cream that used a really lame line as their mascot. I'm guessing ice creams are not big in colder climates. Yeah, we still have ice creams. We just don't have that particular brand. But fair enough. I get what you're on about now. Oh, looks like Sinistera and Sam Greenwood are warming up now. Michael Brown asking how the Fulham and Tottenham match are using VAR. Yeah, the Salford Leeds match doesn't have it. It's to do with which stadium it's in. If the game is played in a Premier League stadium, they will use VAR. If it's not played in a Premier League stadium, they will not use VAR. Them's the rules in this cup. Nonto tries to put the ball in the box and his cross deflected. Nearly went in the back of the net, and it's headed wide after the keeper had to flick it over. Yeah, strong deflection. I don't think it was actually going in there, even with the deflection. Come on, let's get Cressy on the end of this. Cresswell with a big oosh. It's exactly what we need. Somerville with a cross into the box. Gone a bit deep. Ampadu heads it back in, and Strauch's header is very, very weak, and he's able to be caught there. If Strauch hadn't have headed that, I think it was falling right onto Rutte's boot to smash in. But Strauch's header in the end wasn't strong enough. You've got to do better there, Strauch, really. Or just leave it for Rutte to volley in. Goal bomb back to the goalkeeper again, and then cleared up to the halfway line. Flicked on again. Leeds, interestingly, leaving Matt Smith sometimes for the ball to be flicked on by him so that they can pick up the seconds. Cresswell now with the ball to Strauch as Leeds sit on the halfway line and try and push the ball into the opposition half. Now the ball with Somerville. Somerville has actually swapped wings with Nonto at this point. And as he does so, he switches the ball out to Nonto on the other side. Nonto now trying to run towards the box. Archie Gray trying to hold it up on the edge and does well to do so. Now back into Nonto and out wide to Shackleton. Shackleton trying to get it down the wing to Nonto, but gives it back to Shackleton. Then into Ampadu in the middle. Somerville takes the ball and gives it back to Ampadu. Now a ball out wide to Nonto. Now Nonto trying to come towards the box. Gives it into Somerville, but Somerville can't take it with him, so has to sit on the edge of the box again. Now back into Shackleton. Lee's trying to fashion something here. Nice little reverse pass into the box. Oh, so close. Good ball across the corridor of uncertainty from Nonto. Defended well by Salford, and Leeds weren't able to get a telling touch on that to put it in the back of the net. It's going to be a corner again to Leeds here. I'm glad Cresswell stuck with the number 5. I got him put on my home shirt this year. Yeah, Cresswell should be a hero in years to come. Michael asking, do you think any of the front 4 will leave by the end of the window, the front played against Ipswich? I hope not, but if they do, I think we've still got a good player in Somerville and a potential to bring in more with somebody like Pansil waiting in the wings ready to come in, but I don't know. I hope we keep the ones that we've got, to be honest. Newcastle saying, or Jamie saying, what 3 teams do you want to come up from the Championship? Leeds. Wouldn't mind Ipswich coming up. Some different teams, ones that don't usually get into the Premier League. Rob saying corridor of uncertainty equals avenue of apprehension. Oh, I wonder if we could think of any more of them. The street of unease. Goal kick, not goal kick, a free kick here for Salford City. Under Marsh, it was a corridor of confusion, yeah. Sinistera is going to be coming on then. Cine is coming on for 23, who is Joffy. So Joff Boy's coming off. 23 is Sinistera. I don't know why Sinistera's name was in red. His name should have been in green because he's coming on. Yes, but Joffy comes off, Sinistera comes on. Sinistera hopefully can create a bit of magic because we know that he's got that in his locker, so hopefully he opens up the defence. Good ball from Strauch out to the right hand side where Shackleton's now driving forward. Shackleton gives the ball to Nonto. Nonto back to Shacks. Back to Nonto again, trying to play a nice little interplay here now. Nonto's looking for options, and Ampadu's there. Ampadu's always there to receive that ball. That's why I like him so much. He's always an option. That's what we struggled to have under Marsh. Somebody who's always calling and asking for the ball. It was like we didn't have people who actually wanted it. Somerville running into the box, shoots! Deflected wide, and it's going to be another Leeds corner. Good play from Leeds. John Clark saying, what's the point in everyone shouting for the same team? That makes no sense. That's what a football club is. So, because your comment didn't make any sense, I'm putting you back on the naughty step again. So you can go and think about what you've done. Your little bottom lip trembling and little tear rolling down your cheek. Somerville then. Ready to take this corner kick. Curls it into the box. Oh, it's bouncing around. Oh, and apparently it's a foul. Oh, what is it? An offside? What's the linesman put his flag up? What was that about? I can't see. It's goal kick then to Salford here. Just under half an hour to go here. With all the Leeds fans behind him. Do you think Bamford still has a part to play in this team? I certainly do, because I think you can't just play Pirot in every game. If he gets injured, you've still got Bamford on the bench, which is a very good option to have as a bench player. So I think that's... I think that's definitely a possibility for us, and I think it's good to have him as backup, because if we get rid of him, then you've only got like Joffy as a backup striker, and it's not great, is it? So the fact that we could have Bamford as a backup, I'd be happy with Bamford as a backup. I just don't want him to start every week. Ampadu does really well to get a touch in there. Now, Somerville's brought down there, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Mariappa's having a go at his teammates there, but he's going to get a yellow card for that. Bamford is quality in the Championship, yeah, and I think he offers a slightly different game to what Pirot offers with his hold-up play and stuff, so... Oh, that's Adrian Mariappa, the one that used to play for... was it Watford and West Brom he used to play for? Or just one of the two? The Tunnel of Trepidation. How long have you been thinking of that one, Rob? The Tunnel of Trepidation. It's good. I might just use... You just message me these privately, Rob, and I'll... although Area of Annihilation sounds a bit more sus. I'll use a different one every time I talk about it in the videos. Leeds with a free kick. We never score direct free kick, so he's pinged that into to Nonto's chest. And now Hjelde tries to clip the ball into the box. It would have been a good ball, but it's cleared, and it looks like we might be getting another corner maybe. Although Hendry's trying to clear the ball here. And Leeds have somehow managed to get the ball back. Now Shackleton. Shackleton tries to get the ball across into the box. Shoots! Oh, just over the bar from Pascal. It's going to be a lane of languidly, hallway of havoc. Max, would you like Chair signed now that Amiri is not coming? Yes, I'd have taken Chair at any point during this window. I think he'd be a very good signing for us. Elias Chair, the Moroccan attacking midfielder from QPR. That is for anyone who doesn't know about him. Somerville with the corner then. Curls into the box. Goes all the way out the back of the box, and Strauch has to win a race to get there, and he's lost it for a slide tackle, and then Strauch's had to bring him down here, and it's going to be a free kick just inside the Salford half for Salford City. Yeah, it's poor that a corner just went across everybody, and then Salford were able to break. We really need to get a goal, don't we? I mean, if this was the league, then I'd be more upset about this, and it is only the Carabao Cup, but it's still like, you don't want to lose a game of football, and especially not against lower league opposition. You want to use it as, even if you're not particularly thinking that you're going to go far in the competition, you still want to use a game like this for a bit of confidence and to try and to try and win a game like this gives you a bit of a boost for the next championship game. Shackleton now with the ball. Shackleton into Nonto. Back to Shackleton again. Into the feet of Somerville. Leeds looking to try and fashion an opportunity here. Nonto with a bit of space on the right hand side. Gets the ball into the box. Cleared again by Salford. Good header by Ampadu. Out wide to Cini. Sinistera cutting inside now, looking for options. Curls it right across to the other side where Nonto's waiting. Nonto trying to come into the box now. Nonto trying to fashion an opportunity. Gets the ball across and it's cleared again by Salford City. Sababoni saying, do you think we will score at the moment? No, because they're just blocking absolutely everything. Cresswell does well, though, to get the ball into Gray. And now Leeds have got a bit of an overload on the right-hand side here. Good ball into the box by Nonto. Somerville. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. Really good play from Leeds there. Ball out wide. Nonto cuts it across the box. Good little flick from Rutter, and then Somerville turns on a sixpence, gets a good shot off, and it's saved right by the bottom of the post, and Leeds have a chance to get a corner in now. Curled in by Somerville. Good corner. Now Shackleton. The only thing is, who was it that was saying, it was Howard and Eve saying before that Shackleton would score a screamer, but the only problem is Shackleton might have a chance of scoring a screamer if he ever shot, but he just refuses to shoot, Shackleton. I'll try and keep my commentary as descriptive as possible. Sababoni. Somerville with the ball down the line to Nonto. Nonto into the box. Good shot by Sinistera. Hold on, that Salford player's just thrown Rutter to the ground. Why is that a thing? He doesn't shoot, though. He never shoots. Like, honestly, you'd have a penalty and Shackleton had tried to pass it. Honestly, he's so unselfish that sometimes he should be a bit more selfish and actually take the shot. Salford are making another substitution here. I think it's the number 9 here. The striker's coming off. Callum Hendry's coming off, and Connor McElhaney. I'm going to say McElhaney. Shackleton does well there to take the ball off the Salford player and come out with it. Now Archie Gray does well to poke it through to Ampadu. Leeds are playing riskily here, but they've actually bypassed the press and now they're able to get forward. Good ball into Sinistera. Sinistera's control takes it behind him, but he's still got the ball running into the Salford area. Really good tackle by Salford, but Archie Gray's picked up the ball again, and now he's looking for options. Plays a very good pass out to Shackleton. Now Shackleton with Nonto as an option, but Shackleton comes into the box himself with a chance to put the ball across the box, and it's shot over and out of the stadium by Sinistera. The dangerous game that Salford are playing there by flying in like that with those tackles, but fortunately for them, they didn't make a foul on Sinistera there, but they really could have done. Good play, though, from Leeds again. This is so frustrating. Yeah, absolutely. It is. Owen, look. Typically, a Salford player is down injured now with a bit of cramp. You're a professional footballer. Well, probably semi-pro, aren't they? But you shouldn't be getting cramp. So, obviously, they're not. Oh, bloody hell. Roy Keane's there. And Nicky Butt. Horrible blokes. Nicky ass in crowd. Let's try and get that like total up to 100. We only need 8 more likes. 8 more of you like it, we'll get a nice round 100, and that'll be lovely. Right, I'm sorry, but some of the cameramen are absolute creeps. That the cameraman was just focused on a girl who was probably 16, 17, and he must have been on her for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Like, what are you doing? Why are you just filming her? Like, so weird. I'm pretty sure there's a compilation of it, of the fact that they do it all the time and stuff, and people asking why, like, what's the need for that? So weird. Luke Garbutt's now being led off the pitch. Nonto's saying hurry up because he's walking so slowly as Matty Lund comes on for him. Blooming hell, he's a silver fox, isn't he? Must be about 100. Long goal kick there. Again, Matt Smith wins the header against Pascal Strout. Pascal Strout didn't really even jump then because I think he's a bit scared to go up with Matt Smith. I don't blame him, but he's a centre-back, so he shouldn't be. Salford in the Championship. No, Salford's are in League 2. Yeah, exactly, Rob. It's not great, is it? Salford are able to get the ball in the box again here, but Carl Darlow's able to catch that one. Luke Garbutt play for Leeds. The name rings a bell. I feel like he might be. Yeah, Roy Keane should have been banned from football for life after what he did to Alfie Haaland, because that was intentional. Nonto tries to come into the box and he's just been strengthened out of it there. That's not a foul. He's just gone down on purpose to win the free kick. Free kick to Salford right by their box. Yeah, he's just dived onto the floor there. Willie Nonto's not taking you down, mate. You're about 6'5". Yeah, this is why we're frustrated, Zach, because of the fact that they are 2 leagues below us and the score is as it is. Really, we should be doing better. We've created the chances to. It's just that we haven't been able to take them, which is really frustrating. Because obviously we have actually outplayed them, but good teams find a way to win. And at the moment, we're not doing that. Now Wilfred Nonto. And also, the ammo that this gives scum fans to come at Leeds fans. I just can't be bothered with it, so let's get a win. Jorginho Rute has been absolutely bundled over there, and the ref took ages to blow that one. Come on. He's thinking about not giving that one. He thought, oh, I can't get away with cheating on this one. Oh, Rute does really well. Nice little ball roll into a little flick between the 2 defenders, and then he's just completely bundled over, so it's a free kick to Leeds United. Sounds like there could be a substitute coming on for Archie Gray, and I think it is Sam Greenwood coming on. Yeah, Archie Gray's coming off, so well done to Archie Gray. Played really well tonight. Sam Greenwood coming on. Bit of a set piece specialist. Probably a good time to bring him on, to be fair. Pens or replay with this one. I think it goes straight to Pens. It's the FA Cup that has a replay. Although I don't even know if the FA Cup does anymore as of this season. I feel like that might be changed, but this competition certainly it goes straight to penalties if we draw. Oh, that was a... Oh! Leeds have scored! Pascal Strouk! Come on! Yes! Just what we needed! Come on! I was just about to say, I was literally halfway through saying that is a terrible free kick from Sam Greenwood, but it's just bounced through everyone and gone in. Come on! Exactly what we want to see. Yeah, they just completely fail to clear it. The one time that they completely fail to clear it, it's actually a handball off their player, and Pascal Strout nutmegs the goalkeeper. Go on, Pask. He's got the captaincy, and now he's nutmegging goalkeepers. The big sexy pirate nutmegs a goalkeeper. What a story. Good tackle there from Charlie Cresswell. Salford City trying to come forward again here, and it's going to be a free kick to them after Jorginho Rutter is adjudged to have fouled their ginger midfielder, whose name I do not know, unfortunately. Apparently, I'm slightly ahead as well. I'm just pausing it. The world has not stopped. I'm just pausing it till mine's synced up. There we go. Perfectly synced up now. So, like I always say as well, if a goal goes in, don't put it in the chat until I've reacted and put it on the screen. Otherwise, I won't have seen it yet. Chipped ball into the box. Headed away. Chipped back into the box. Leeds are trying to clear it. Pascal Struijk is able to clear it. And Leeds are trying to get the ball off Salford City here. Oh, Leeds are like 4 against 1 here. He's had to pass it back to the goalkeeper, who's going to have to send this. Alex Cairns clears the ball with relative ease in the end, but Leeds had about 4 players chasing that down then. That must have been scary for the Salford defenders. Now, Somerville's in here. Somerville. Oh, he's... Oh, they swarmed around him and somehow he didn't even manage to get a shot away. He should have had a shot there. Now Sam Greenwood. Sam Greenwood trying to come into the box. He's been tripped over there. Great tackle by Ethan Ampadu. Love that. That's why it's my favourite position on the field. He's done so well, Ethan Ampadu there. That's brilliant play from him. Shackleton now with the ball coming towards the box. Gives it into Nonto. Now Nonto really turning it on, giving it into Sam Greenwood across the box. Nearly gets a touch on it for Leeds, but can't quite get there. And Leeds are going to come forward again here. I'm watching on Now TV, which is why mine's slightly behind as well, because it's over the internet. Oh, Sinistera with a really good ball into the box for Rutter, and Rutter can't quite get a touch on it because he got his legs tangled with Till, I think it is the Salford City defender. Now Ashley has gone down. Yeah, Somerville have a shot now, and he just doesn't take it, and he gets crowded out. Yeah, I think he hurt himself there, number 4, Ashley, making that tackle on Somerville, but Somerville should have had a shot earlier than he did. It's a really good tackle from him in the end. Do. Plays in yellow, white and blue. Can hear that going around. I need to hear these good... We're coming up with loads of good chants at away games, but they just don't seem to translate to home games for a good long time after they've been created. So I'm hoping to start to hear some going around Elland Road soon, but they didn't... I think the Ampadu one started at the West Brom game that I was at, but other than that, I haven't heard many of the new ones. Good ball from Sam Greenwood with his weak foot all the way out to Sinistera, who takes a nice touch. Now he's trying to come inside. Across the box, saved by the goalkeeper. Now Somerville, blocked by Rutter. And now Sam Greenwood has a shot, blocked again. Ampadu out the stadium. Bloody hell. That was just madness. Just shot after shot after shot. Yeah, I agree, CB. Can you stop putting stuff like that, Alec? Because that's really weird. Because like I said, she was like 16, 17. So, yeah. Like, I don't want people in my chat saying things like that. Long ball here from the goalkeeper. Now up to the Silver Fox. He's tried to play the ball through. Darlow's come out. He's gone back in again, and Leeds are able to just try and squeeze it away. Darlow's actually just gone like that and saved it with his chest. Trying to have another shot again. Leeds are trying to get them to get away from the goal now and have an attack of their own, but Salford are having a little bit of their own attacking presence here, and their pass there wasn't quite good enough, and it was just chipped out of play. But Leeds defended well there. Yelder and Shackleton able to just stop them really having a shot until it was too tight of an angle, and then Darlow Darlow was able to save it with his chest. Will we win in full time? Well, we've got 9 minutes and we seem to be having a lot of chances. 25 shots we've had, 61 touches in the opposition box, but we really need to take advantage of one of them. Now Shackleton across the box into Nonto. Oh, Leeds can't quite get a touch and the ball's still in play here. Now Somerville. Somerville tries to curl it across the goal and it's going to go out for a corner. Corner. Yeah, Leeds again probing, trying to have an attack. Shackleton was able to get the ball across and Nonto just couldn't quite get enough on it. And then the keeper's own player wiped him out and then Somerville's shot, yeah, was deflected off the defender's knee. Oh my God. Sam Greenwood has just taken a corner kick that just went out of play and came back in again. So the linesman had to say it was a goal kick, and that's just not good enough because it's a waste of a corner. Somerville, Strauch and Perot. Yeah, I've heard that one. I want that as well. Want that at Elland Road. Now Salford with the ball again, and Sam Greenwood's fouled their central midfielder in the centre circle, and number 7 Watson. Free kick to come forward here. Everybody in one big line here as Salford try and put the ball forward. Chance for them to shoot from the edge of the box here maybe. Leeds trying to stop them having that shot. Crossing opportunity for them now. Comes in and Strauch heads it away. And now Leeds have got a chance to have a counter-attack here. Ruta takes a nice touch inside, tries to give the ball towards Nonto, and it's cut out there by the Salford player. Salford, yeah, you can see that Ruta's putting his hands to his head there because he really messed up that chance there, but he just needed to put a bit of height on it, and the player wouldn't have been able to get it. Now Salford coming towards the box. Trying to get the ball into the box now, and it's headed away by a combination of Strauch and Hjelde, and now Somerville. Oh, yeah, Somerville tried to shoulder that over the player's head, and Somerville's taken a bit of a whack, and he's probably been winded here, I would imagine. Yeah, penalty, straight to penalties, no extra time. There's about 4 players down at once here. I think Matt Smith's actually taken a whack to the face and is bleeding, to be honest. Yeah. There's a lot of players down at the moment, just not even in the same move, in a combination of moves as that came out of the Leeds box, and Matt Smith is noticeably annoyed at the fact that he's split his lip, but it's not really going to change his game, I don't think. Yeah, I hope we break the habit. I hope we don't go 1-0 down against Sheffield Wednesday and we keep a clean sheet. How nice would that be at the weekend? Just to keep a clean sheet and score 2 or 3 goals. That would be lovely. Apparently there's a rule where Matt Smith has to go off for 30 seconds at least because he's got blood now. Yeah, he's bleeding here. It's going to take a while, and this is going to mean that we're going to have. Well, get your predictions in the chat down below. How many minutes added on do you think there's going to be? I'm going to say 7. I'm going to say 7. What do you guys think in terms of added minutes? 8 from CB. 8. 6. 6 from Penny Lane. Anybody got any other suggestions? I think I'm going for 7. So that you can't predict. Yeah. So we've got an 8, a 6, a 9, and 9. Are we playing the same extra time rules as the regular season? I think so, yeah, because wasn't there like 5 or 6 minutes on the first half? Oh, no, maybe there was 3 minutes on the first half. I'm sure it is anyway. I'm going to say 7, so 11 from Rob. Matt Smith is coming off, and apparently Marcus Knackers is coming on. I don't think that's his actual name. I think it's something else. Hjelder jumped up. Oh. I think the ball just hit Matt Smith in the face, to be honest. Yeah, we should get a good goal difference against Sheffield Wednesday, but it doesn't always work like that, does it? Oh, it's Marcus Dackers, not Marcus Knackers. So don't worry about that one. It should be 7 or 8, but probably 3 to 4. Yeah, probably. 87th minute then, at the moment. We haven't seen how many it'll be yet. Carl Darlow now with the ball for Leeds. Gives the ball to Sam Greenwood. Sam Greenwood plays a nice ball into Nonto's chest. Now Nonto with a really good ball into Shackleton. Shackleton going down the line here. He's up against 2 Salford players. Needs an opportunity to pass. And the ball's flicked off a Salford player and gone to another one. And now they're able to counter-attack here. But Strauch does really, really well to recover there against Knackers. And Strauch now has the ball after receiving it a 1-2 from Carl Darlow. Now Sinistera with the ball. Oh, apparently 8 additional minutes. So who had 8 on the cards? Who had 8? Oh, we can see it's CB and Karen. You've won today's jackpot of well done. Oh, ball into the box. Rutte! Good save. Good save from Cairns. Wow. That was a really, really good move there. Nonto right across the box, flicked on by Shackleton, I think it was, and then Rutter has a decent shot. Good strike towards the bottom corner. Very, very good save by Cairns. Leeds United corner then in the 89th minute. Really, really good save that, to be fair. You've got to give him credit, because that was a decent strike by Rutter. Did nothing wrong. He's exactly where he should have put it. Corner coming in then from Sam Greenwood towards the back post, headed away by Salford City. Shackleton does well to take the ball there. He's got really quick feet, Shackleton, and does well. Now the ball with Nonto. Nonto chance to put the ball across the back into the box. Headed by Rutter, just over the bar. At least he's getting himself in those positions, Rutter. I think he's done well to find himself in the positions that he's found himself in today's game. He's showing me that he can play a little bit more as a striker, but he just needs to be a bit more clinical. It's a decent header power-wise, but he just needs to try and get over it a little bit more, and I think he hits it at the wrong time and it's flight. I think he gets up a little bit early. A bit late. 8 added minutes. So, yes, Karen and CB, well done. Good little I thought it was a good little header by Somerville, but it was cleared there. We want a prize, Max, lol. There's not really anything I can give you other than well done. Oh, bad touch there from the Salford player, McClaney, is it? Now Strout with the ball. No silly mistakes, Leeds. Let's get rid of this Darlow. Okay, play out from the back, calmer than I am. Cresswell into Shackleton. Yeah, John is still on the naughty step. I think he's given up now because I keep putting him on the naughty step, so he's learnt his lesson. We've trained him. Sinistera into Somerville. Somerville clips one out to Shackleton on the opposite side. Shackleton coming towards the box, out wide to Nonto. Nonto tries to put it in the box, but it's a sliding tackle has made it go out for a corner kick, and Sam Greenwood is going to try and take this one. Sam Greenwood to curl this one in then. Curls it in the box, and Sinistera headed it, but it just didn't really go anywhere near the goal. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Their keeper is having a stormer. Don't fancy pens. Yeah, you've got to feel like he's in the mood to save a couple, isn't he? But yeah, this kit's growing on me as well, by the way. This Leeds kit is growing on me, especially when you see the sort of players that are in it. Oh, there's Paul Scholes, who sucks his own daughter's toes in the crowd, so tells you what kind of strange man he is. I hate penalties. Wish we could score another goal. To be honest, penalties are a bit of drama, aren't they? And if we go out in the cup on penalties, it's not the end of the world, to be honest. I don't know. Nice to see you score 4 or 5 goals in a penalty shootout. Now Sam Greenwood on the right wing, trying to fashion an opportunity to get the ball into the box. Cross blocked, and it's gone out for for anybody who doesn't know, Paul Scholes' daughter, who is, I think, my age, or like 25, put a video on of Paul Scholes biting her toenails to cut her toenails. His 25-year-old daughter, he was biting her toenails to cut her toenails for her, which is probably the most abhorrent thing I've seen. But it just shows you what Man United players are like, doesn't it? Somerville now with the ball, coming inside. Gives the ball to Strauch. Strauch clips it towards Sinistera. Sinistera! Oh! Again, it's kept out by the goalkeeper. That's ridiculous. That's a really good run by... he's hit the post. Sinistera hit the post. Yes, absolutely ew and yuck. I had to see it and hear about it, so now you do too. Go on, Shackleton. Just take him out. I think he just needs to be brought down here. Cross towards the back post, and Charlie Cresswell is able to head that one away really well. Go on, Nonto. Drive with it. Willie Nonto does really well there to... Oh, no, he doesn't. It's a bad pass, and it's gone all the way through. Back to Darlow. Tottenham eliminated from winning a trophy. No, I'm actually genuinely not joking. I'm serious. If you Google it, it comes up. He must have been fuming that she... It's weird that they do it in the first place, but he must have been fuming that she posted that on her social media, because it went viral. Everybody saw it. Nonto got wiped out then, and Leeds have a chance for a free kick here. Is that really weird about the toe trimming? That's how my family still does. In a circle. I hope that's a joke. I sincerely hope that's a joke. Sam Greenwood is like decent with his delivery, but I don't know about his actual direct free kick shooting. This time, just put it in the top corner. Thank you, Render. I'm glad you clarified that. Could never have looked at your Leeds United badge and name ever the same way. Come on, Sam. Put this in the top corner. Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, unlucky Rafa. Honestly, that reminded me of a Rafinha free kick hitting the bar so much that I actually called him Rafa. Free kick to Salford, apparently, just inside the Leeds half. Pascal Strauch judged to have fouled Knackers. Actually aware you keep buffering. I am not aware. It says excellent connection on my stream, so hopefully that clears itself up a little bit. I'm not seeing anything my end, so we'll just bear with it. They've got a chance to put the ball into the box here. Salford all the way towards the back post. Knackers heads it back across. Greenwood clears it. Only to a Salford player here, though. And Somerville's trying to chase him down. Sent long again up towards Dackers. Dackers got an option here to come back, and he does. Now Conor McElhaney into the box. Does well. Shackleton there to save it. It's happened twice, so that's not too bad then, as long as it's not every 2 seconds. Has it been fine since you said that? Because we're into the 7.5 minutes of added time now of the 8. I just forgot to put it on the screen, but we're in 7.5 minutes, 7:39, 7:40. That's what we're looking at. Cross into the box from this corner, headed away there by Charlie Cresswell. Back into the box by the number 7, and Carl Darlow is able to claim it. And with 9 seconds to go, Leeds are looking to get the ball long. Carl Darlow absolutely sends that one long, and the Salford players headed out for a throw-in in a decent position for Leeds here. Oh, penalties. We're going to penaltise. Well, it's not as embarrassing as actually losing in 90 minutes, is it, to Salford City? But we are going to penalties after Pascal Strauch's equaliser. I don't mind a bit of penalties, you know. In a Carabao Cup game where, realistically, it doesn't really matter. We just need to focus on trying to get back up to the Premier League again. We're never going to win a competition like this. Let's have a go at some penalties, have a bit of entertainment and a bit of drama with not too much on the line. So just try and relax. Enjoy the penalties. Enjoy the drama of the Cup. And just remember, this isn't even the FA Cup. This is the Mickey Mouse Cup, so you don't even need to worry about this. The Leeds goal did have an element of fortune to it, but we deserved that so much considering everything else that went on in the game. It's not a mistake by Watson. He was never expecting to get it. It hit Mallon, and he should have cleared it, and then it's gone straight through to Strauch, and Strauch's nutmegged the goalkeeper. Do we think we're going to win these penalties? I call this the Caramel Cup. Sounds tastier, doesn't it, than the Carabao Cup? Oh, that was such... Honestly, the goalkeeper's played out of his skin as well, Alex Cairns, so you don't need to... he's had an unreal game. We've had so many chances. Salford penalty takers, Neville, Keenan, Scholes, Nicky Butt as well. Bit of credit to Salford. But then they've just sort of housed their way to it, haven't they? It's just like lump it up to a big lad and score a header. And really, we deserved so much more from this game because of the amount of chances that we've made. Are we shooting in at the Salford end? I may close the chat just whilst the penalties are happening because of the way it is. It's difficult for us to see. It's difficult for us to see without. To be fair, I am going to have to. I'm going to change this to 0. I'm changing this to 0-0 again, and then I will obviously update the penalties as and when they go in. Referee just talking to Carl Darlow and Alex Cairns there. Who's taking our first one? Who's our first penalty taker? I couldn't quite see. Is it Sam Greenwood? Oh, yes, it is Sam Greenwood. Right, I'll keep you updated on the scores on here, but I'm just going to talk through the penalty shootout rather than look at the chat just because I'll be able to see when the goal's going. So Greenwood to take the first one. Greenwood, very good penalty. 1-0 to Leeds on penalties. Very good penalty. Blasted it into the bottom corner. Not an ounce of doubt in his mind. Very good penalty. Keeper went the right way but did very well. Sam Greenwood to score that one. So 1-0 to Leeds at the moment. On penalties. Now Darlow goes and takes his position in net, and Mallon prepares to take his penalty for Salford City. Mallon takes this one. Oh, straight down the middle, 1-1. Strout to take this next one then. Don't know if I'd be putting him on penalties second, but he's obviously volunteered, so fair play to him. Go on, Pascal. Good penalty. Well, maybe not a great penalty, but he scored it, so that's all that matters, isn't it? Well done, Pascal. 2 goals in one game for Pascal Strout. Who'd have thought it? One's a penalty, I know, but... Now McElhaney. Conor McElhaney for Salford City up against Carl Darlow. Come on, Darlow. Save it, mate. Come on. McElhaney steps up, puts it in the back of the net. 2-2. Jorginho Rutter to take this one. Jorginho Rutter, the Frenchman, the young Frenchman, steps up to take the penalty. Alex Cairns shouting something to him. Come on, Rutter. Go for a Panenka. You kind of felt like he was going to miss that, didn't you? Rutter misses that chance then. Tries to go down the middle. Very poor penalty, to be honest. Very poor penalty. Hjelde and Strout consoling him there. It's now Watson, the Salford City number 7, to take the next penalty. I think he bags this one. 3-2. 3-2 to Salford. You just knew we were going to lose on penalties, didn't you? Now Wilfred Gnonto steps up to take his penalty. Come on, Willie. Got to bag this. I think he misses, to be honest. No. Scores it. Good penalty. It's Knackers up to take the penalty next. He's going to take his penalty now, the 20-year-old Welshman. He must be the tallest man in the smallest shin pads I've ever seen. Dackers takes one step and bags it. Who next for Leeds then? Even if we score with Sinistera, they have to miss, otherwise we're out of the Carabao Cup. Oh well. Come on, Cine. You bag, that's all you can do. Because if he misses, we're out. Sinistera scores. 4-4, and if they score their last penalty, we are out of the Carrot Cup. Which, to be honest, not that bothered, but it would be nice to win this game, wouldn't it? But McClellan then, the number 11 for Salford City, up to take this penalty. Oh, hits the bar! Get in! I did care, really. Just got in your head, didn't I, lad? Oh, he's absolutely whacked that off the crossbar. Michael Bridges celebrating that one. 4-4 then. Hjelde up to take the next one. Leo Hjelde, the Norwegian left back / centre back. Come on, Hjelde. Good penalty. Very calm. Oh, Darlow nearly saves that one, so it's 5-5. Unlucky for Darlow there. He got a hand to that one, but it's now 5-5. Charlie Cresswell. I just got a feeling that he's going to miss this, you know. Come on, Charlie. Good strike. Good strike. Bang! Right down the middle. Great penalty. Commentator's just saying Gary Neville will be next, and Michael Bridges says he hopes so because he'll miss after we get through the 11. So Luke Bolton has to score to keep Carabao Cup alive for Salford City. Scores 6-6. Bloody hell. Ampadu next. You got to feel like Ampadu wasn't that confident if he's this low down the list of penalty takers, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he takes his. He's not... Oh, God. I've got a bad feeling about this one. Oh, he scores. He hit it hard enough, though, for him not to be able to get to it. Adrian Mariappa next. Up against Dal Carlo. Mariappa steps up to take his then. Oh, Darlow nearly saves it. It goes on. 7-7. Bloody hell, this is going on, isn't it? Be here till midnight at this rate. I'm actually not looking at the chat at the moment, by the way, guys, just so you know. So now it's Somerville to take his penalty. Come on, Somerville. Somerville scores. 8-7 to Leeds. Now it's Tilt, the centre-back, I think, for Salford City, the number 16, up to take his. Curtis Tilt, I've just found out his first name is Curtis. He steps up to take his penalty. Oh, Moor Lane is the stadium. I forgot before. Oh, Darlow. Darlow should have saved that. Yeah. Darlow really should have saved that. Oh, it's gone right through the middle of his hands. Yeah, he's gutted about that one, Darlow. Now Shax. Jamie Shackleton, who is being forced to shoot for the first time in his life. Shackleton steps up, hits the bar. I knew Shackleton was going to miss. Oh, poor Shax, you got a feel for him. Oh, God. So Ashley has a chance to win the game for Salford City, to win 9-8 in penalty shootout. Oh, Darlow saved it. Oh, apparently it's going to get retaken because Darlow was off his line. You can't get a yellow card for coming off your line for a penalty. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, so he's got to retake it. Bloody hell. They always miss. They always score the second time of asking. Steps up to take it again. Scores it this time. 9-8 to Salford, and Salford have won. Let's get the chat back up. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, very lucky, isn't it? I'm back in the chat now. Bloody hell, yeah. I'm back now, but yes, this is shite, isn't it? Sky wanted this upset, yeah, probably. I've just noticed that there's a guy, a rat managed to get in the chat, so I've got pest control in and got him out now. But yeah, I kind of knew Shax was going to miss. And then if Darlow had just stayed on his line, he would have saved that pen. I mean, shows how tin pot they are, though, to be fair, doesn't it? That Carabao Cup tie and they're all the fans are on the pitch. So, yeah, very strange. Yeah, not good enough in front of goal. But then that's why we signed Joel Perreault. It's just that he was cup tied, so there's hope to be had, isn't there? There's hope to be had anyway. Meslier, much better goalie. Yeah, I mean, come on, Salford. A few years ago, they were in the lower leagues. Cannot blame the fans. No, I mean, it's still... Well, I mean, you can, really. It's not like they've got to a final, is it? Or, like, I get it if they'd been promoted, that's fine. But, like, it's just a round of the Carabao Cup before the Premier League even really kicks in. Well, yeah, we've got Bamford, haven't we? But he's just injured, which is the issue. But, yes, disappointing. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a poor performance by Leeds, James, I don't think, because we created so many chances and plenty enough to score the goals. It's just that, and we defended well as well. It's just that one chance went in. That one chance went in the end and ended up going to penalties. And obviously Strout got his goal and stuff, but to be honest, the less games we've got, the better. Let's try and get back into the Premier League and concentrate on that. We've got Sheffield Wednesday at the weekend. Plenty more transfer news videos coming out in the next few days because we shall be bringing in more players. There's plenty to be positive about. We've got more transfers coming in. Should be that Spence is announced before too long as a loan signing, and then we should be able to get some others in as well. The likes of Ao Tanaka, and people like that. So, yes, it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. That's going to be it for this live watch along. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. Thanks to the Leeds Lately members, Leeds United John and Rob Bailey, and the other people who've been in here. Thanks to Karen Curtin for the super chat before. And yes, all the regulars who are here every week, thank you so much for joining in. That Danny Meek is so sad that he's actually got more than one channel to come and be a little weird troll. So you can just get removed on every channel you have. But yes, thanks everybody for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed it, and go and check out the video on the channel from earlier this evening about the transfer news that's going on at the moment. I've put a video out tonight, so if you want to go and watch something or watch it in the morning, there's that as well. And then I can imagine that tomorrow I shall be probably making another video at some point about Jed Spence, maybe a little bit more of a detailed analysis on him or some of the other players that are rumoured to be coming in. So thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that sub button, hit the like button, all of that good stuff, and I shall see you next time on Leeds Lately. Thanks for watching.